Our last match of the day here in Yule Cup 2. The quarterfinals are almost done, but Happy and Romantic will have one more match here. Historically, it's going in Happy's favor, having the upper hand over Romantic. And his win rate is preposterous against Human. 38% win rate against Human. That is absolutely insane. Romantics isn't looking too bad, I guess, at 54%. But Happy, as strong as he is, and as accomplished as he is, he has been showing slight signs of weakness recently. Dropping games against Sok, dropping games against Romantic before. And I feel like it's always important for a player to at least get that one win in so you can convince yourself and know yourself that you can beat the opponent. And obviously, we are playing this on NetEase, so Happy is playing with a higher ping. Around 150 to 200, something like that, should be his ping. Against Romantic, who has an advantage in that regard. So our best of 3 begins on Concealed Hill. Question is, what kind of style is Romantic gonna play? I talked about this at length earlier already. There's different metas, or there is a not very set in stone meta at the moment. There's different styles that Human can play. Of course, in the past, it was all about early expansion, tier 1, fast expansion for Human, but this is not the only style that Human can play anymore. One base tier 3 rush is playable with rifles. Even tier 2 expansions are sometimes playable. But especially with Romantic, I must say, anything other than a fast expansion would surprise me. Romantic is a pretty old school player. He plays expansion versus undead almost all the time. He towers up, Zeppelin drops, harasses, run by, tanks, masonry upgrade. That is normally the way that we see Romantic playing. Good footy scout over here. Romantic seeing what the DK is doing very early on. Skeletons by themselves take out the rest of the camp. And the Death Knight is moving across. Oh, big last hit here. If the footy steals this one. But Happy plays around it. Happy has this nifty little creep route of using the remaining skeletons plus ghouls to kill one more creep here for the level 2. But Happy's actually in time to arrive to steal at least one sea turtle. And if he commits to it, could steal the second one as well. But mana on the DK is extremely low now. So if Romantic was to expand, despite the DK being here, Happy may not be able to do too much. Just simply because he doesn't have enough mana. Gets the level 2 here and a bit more mana with that. But still no coil for the DK, however, does now have the aura and still have Rods of Necromancy. Here come the militia. 6 militia is not too many. So Romantic is going for the expansion. Happy bringing the Fiend, but no backpack upgrade. That is very rare to see nowadays. So unlikely that Happy can actually get too much done over here. Romantic gets the last hits easily. Oh, even denies the last hit on the Water Elemental. That was nicely done. And is pressuring the DK well. So Happy investing so heavily with his mana, especially early game. Can't harass this expansion at all, actually. Did even a single peasant die? No. All peasants survived. All creeps go to Romantic. Super solid. And now the DK healing at the fountain. That is a very predictable move. So the AM shows up and makes things a little bit harder for the Death Knight. Happy is with the fast tech here, of course. About to have 3 fiends. But this is looking solid for Romantic. Suffering barely any damage so far. Going more and more into footies. How many does he have? 7 footmen and soon to be defend, I imagine. And the kiting game begins. The undead forces here with the higher movement speed plus the natural regen can kite pretty well, pushing back or pulling back over and over and damaging the footies without taking much damage in return. Oh. Happy gets the last one on the water elemental. There's a bit more experience. And every little kill like that matters. Be it water elementals or footies. Happy is probably not gonna creep for the next 10 minutes. If his previous games are any indication. So, killing stuff is the only way. Killing enemy units and summons is the only way of getting experience right now for Happy. Nice footman flank from the back. Looking to get a surround there on the Fiend, but Happy super fast to react. Sent that Fiend away right away. But Romantic is not giving up this. Is not giving this up just yet. And even if he doesn't get the Fiend kill, this is a lot of time bought for the towers, where they're not getting cancelled, and the AM is making use of the clarity. And now with the footman in this position, perhaps Romantic can even think about run by towards the undead main. Happy did go for a spirit tower already, but with defend, that doesn't have to mean much. Tier 2 starting now for Romantic. Happy, by the way, with a fast tech. This is where we see a big deviation compared to 1-0. I talked about that earlier. The European, especially the Happy style, is the 30 supply tech to get to tier 3 quickly. Whereas 1-0, and oftentimes other Chinese undeads as well, will invest heavier on tier 2 into more fiends, more statues, delaying the tech. If there were more fiends for Happy, he could perhaps kill the shop, kill some towers. But as it is here, Happy is playing a pretty conservative mid-game. Can't really look for too much damage, realistically. These last hits matter. Okay, I actually didn't see. Did he get the last hit or not? I'm not sure. And the footies are actually going for the run-by. Just the footies, not even with Archmage. That, I don't see that working too well. Oh, there we go. AM staffing in now. Romantic is satisfied with his defensive setup and leaves it completely to its own devices. And is going for the counterattack run-by over here. And this is forcing Happy back. Happy is not panicking and TPs, but just walks back and deems that this is good enough. This Ziggurat wall is a little bit problematic for Happy, by the way. There's no room for Acolytes or Ghouls to move through. So this is the only way of saving units from one side to the other. And this one. So one Ghoul did die, but it's only a Ghoul. It's not the end of the world, obviously. Footmen want to get some value in before Destroyers are ready and the orb is out. Because once that happens, they have a tendency of dying very fast. So I'm surprised Romantic is going in here again to save these footies. Feels to me like they have kind of outlived their usefulness. But alright, he saved them. Good commander. No man left behind. Well, a couple of men were left behind, but not too many. Happy with no third hero yet, but now with the Lich, with the Orb, and Destroyers ready. We have a couple of farms sprinkled outside the expansion. That's kind of cute. And Romantic ready for the next counterattack. Doesn't have a TP anymore, which makes this pretty dangerous. Has to creep this and buy a TP, I imagine. Double workshop, here we go. This is Romantic, ladies and gents. Get ready for the tanks. There's quite a few fiends over here. More fiends coming. No upgrades for them just yet, though. Oh, and Happy wants to take out the workshops. Not the expansion. That's pretty unusual. And here we go again. AM running towards the main. With plenty of mana for water elementals. Oh, but Happy parks a statue in the main. That's very nice. That means he can morph the Destroyer. And one destroyer plus towers could be enough to deal with that, perhaps. DK is ready for the Dark Ranger. Not quite enough resources just yet. We have been seeing a bit of Pit Lord from Happy recently with Rain of Fire. Maybe that's what he wants to go for. Oh, there he is! Alright, Pit Lord with Rain of Fire to put in more siege damage. Oh, it was really important to get him quickly, by the way, before the altar was killed. And here's where the gyros come in handy. Normally, the destroyer could defend this really, really easily, but with gyros here, suddenly the destroyer is getting contested. Do we have masonry upgrade? Yes, we do. Second masonry upgrade. Oh, yeah. This is romantic. You better believe we're gonna have workshops and masonry. And the gyros are killing the destroyer. Really smart idea by Romantic to mix in gyros here to make it so that the destroyer by himself can't deal with that too easily. And a slight mistake, I guess, by Happy. If he has the DK at home along with the destroyer, he should be able to defend here pretty easily. But the DK is over here. Pit Lord finding quite a few peasant kills. There's barely any mining going on in the main base, actually. And still only one Spirit Tower. One Spirit Tower and the Ghouls, the only thing defending right now. Crypt is being remade, but it's taking still some time. Still a long time. That's a lot of peasant losses, though. And Happy will finally break the barracks. And now the towers are exposed. DK still on level 3, by the way. Alright, multitasking. Being asked off of both players. One more Ghoul is gonna die. Still not any more towers, which absolutely astounds me. Happy has the resources for more towers. Here comes the statue again. Could morph into a destroyer, but the gyros are ready. Happy is not gonna morph the destroyer. Happy is focusing on the attack over here. And of course, Romantic would love to just force the TP. Would love for Happy to just run back and defend his main. But Happy's not doing him that favor. Happy has officially broken into the main base. Thanks in large parts to that Pit Lord. Pit Lord is actually the best level 1 hero for breaking defenses like that. Dreadlord's worse, Dark Ranger's worse. Everything else is a lot worse. Oh, Happy is gonna TP now, though. Wow. Interesting time to do this. Force the counter TP right away, of course. One footy is left. And now Happy probably wants to run back into the main here right away to make sure no more towers come up, no more walls come up. I did not expect that the main would hold here without Destroyer, without the DK, but it did hold. Tier 3 is finally done. And there we go. Double tanks on the way. Crypt is still not remade. Oh, but this main is also not safe. Double cannon towers coming up, actually. Oh, MK in trouble. Paladin needs to save his friend. And he does save him. The coil, just a little bit too late. Oh, coil ready again in a second. Oh, doesn't follow him. That could have been a kill. If the cannon towers finish, this would be great for him. Cannon towers have fortified armor, so the fiends can't take him out too easily, but nope, they're not gonna finish. There's no TP for Happy, actually. He's kind of stuck in here. Romantic had a lot of gold right there, by the way. More tanks. More tanks, tanks, tanks. But Happy doesn't have any wagons, doesn't even have ghouls. The crypt only finishes now. Lumber, big problem for Happy. Lich could go for a fake TP. Oh, the castle. The castle is taking a lot of damage. Happy must know the tanks are coming. Happy's gonna get that TP here. Oh, but there's a lot of damage on the Black Citadel. Which building's gonna die first, actually? Castle has triple masonry. Lich staff's back. DK has the TP. Happy, always really good with these unit splits, army splits. Absolutely outstanding. Peasants are coming back for the repair, but the fiends are taking them out. Lich getting pressured heavily as well. There's no money. Uh-oh. There's no money for a heal pot, actually. Block with the Water Elemental. And that must be the kill. Wow. The Water Elemental block finds the kill on the Lich. So many peasants dying here with the repair. Happy's gonna have to TP back soon. Oh, he's not TPing back. The Necro's gonna fall. And the castle's gonna fall. It's gonna take a while for the castle, though. Oh my god, what a game. What a game already. The 2 tanks. They're gonna be joined by 2 more tanks. 5 tanks now. Oh, good old mass tank play. Yes, how I have missed it. GG! GG 1-0 for Romantic. Happy gives up map 1. That was so close. That was really, really close. Masonry upgrade made the difference there. If Romantic doesn't have triple masonry, Happy can TP back and save his stuff, probably. Romantic with his trademark unit in this matchup with the tanks. Despite the nerfs, apparently still playable. Getting the crypt kill there was actually a big deal. I was wondering in the game, was going for the crypt perhaps a mistake? That building has a lot of health, survives for a long time. Yeah, I would have liked to see Happy send back the DK earlier. Send him back early on, get a tele staff, and then defend with a destroyer. I think that could have been a way to hold on. Interesting, though, how Romantic plays very differently from Sok and Infi that we saw earlier today in this matchup. Going all in on the tanks. Second map is going to be Northern Isles. Thank you very much, Guanzan, with a 5-month resub, and thank you to Battlecrab for the 2-month resub. Keep on rocking in the free world, he says. Thank you very much, man. And a game like that, honestly, doesn't even come that much down to micro. Like, Happy's bad ping isn't as much of a factor here as it is in normal 1 base versus 1 base games where it's all about micro. In these 2 base versus 1 siege kind of scenarios, it's all about minimizing and maximizing damage onto the base. And there's more about decisions, not so much about perfectly timed coils and stuff and kiting. Good old masonry tanks. I thought they were gone from the meta, but not as long as Romantic is standing. But no, now Happy knows what's up. It shouldn't have come as that much of a surprise. Romantic, this run-by style with tanks, that's what he's been doing for most of his career against Undead. Not exclusively, though. I talked earlier about a previous match that was between Happy and Romantic, and in that game, Romantic played MK first, and much more defensively focused, not so much on the run-by side of things. So perhaps that was rather what Happy was expecting. But now, he will of course have Game 1 still resonating with him. How is Happy gonna adjust? How is he gonna play this differently now? And is Happy perhaps a little bit too stubborn? Is that perhaps what is causing him these issues? Counter expansion against human from the undead side is absolutely doable nowadays. But Happy never tries, as it seems. DK, Archmage, no surprises here. I like the base build by Happy. Shop in the back, protected. Graveyard can be in front, doesn't have to be protected. And then perhaps carving out some more space in the back for the slaughterhouse. That's kind of the best thing you can do. Romantic. Perhaps you want to go to the Ogre Magi. The standard creep route here is green camp, into expansion. But Romantic oftentimes emphasizes more on early creeping, delaying the tech more, getting more footies, getting more levels, and so on. And yeah, he's going for the Ogre Magi. Happy's running over for the harass right away. This already will be a big deal if Happy can steal one of the last hits here with the coil. Acolyte trying to delay as much as possible. Decent delay. Romantic is not summoning the next Water Elemental. Perhaps a little greedy. DK is coming over, and yeah, DK is absolutely in time to threaten the Tuskar last hit. And a few of these peasants pretty hurt. Yep. Right click, coil, kill. Oh, this could be pretty painful right here. One of Mana Steal early for the AM is actually an outstanding item. For the DK, everything revolves around the coil last hits. And taking 100 mana away actually makes this item really, really, really good in this early game. Oh, this skeleton would be level 2 for the AM. And he's gonna get it. So, expansion right away by Romantic is the question. And the answer is yes. Happy, is he gonna see the transit? Yep. Happy could have decided to creep the guy over here. But no, he wants to harass instead. And Happy's experience is looking pretty bad. Honestly, what he wants is the Ogre Magi last hit. Fiend is coming from the main. That might help with last hitting. Oh, the Wand of Mana Steal again coming in. And that means no more coils. I didn't really realize, but this item is just outstanding for human in the early against undead. And now, DK with only 75 experience. That is not good at all. DK also under quite a bit of pressure here. Nice block from Romantic. Wow, is he still keeping it up? Almost forces the TP right there. Wow. Happy finds 2 more kills though. On to the peasants. Again, kills that he needs. He needs this experience really badly. But pretty good. Peasant saves into the gold mine as well. So now Happy's experience 125. That is 5 peasants. That is a decent hit towards the economy. That does hurt Romantic a little. But Happy not being level 2 is a big problem.
A player's forces are under attack.
Power building the tower, not the expansion. That's kind of unusual. The AM is pushing. Putting a bit of pressure on. And the footies are just standing behind, defending. He should have seen that the DK was out of Rod of Necromancy. So I think Romantic is being overly cautious right here. I mean, there is this saying, better safe than sorry, but if you're playing too safe, you give things away as well. With the Lich out now, and Nova coming into play, Happy is going to be a little bit scarier on the map, certainly. Skeletons are coming in again, but okay. 7 footies to deal with 2 skeletons. Romantic's tech seems to be pretty late this game. These peasant losses absolutely did hurt. And Happy's level 2, and that's probably gonna mean go, go, go. Davai, davai. Happy teching later this time around. You can see a big difference here. Going up to 36 supply before the tech. AM level 3, that's pretty good for Romantic. These level 2 water elementals will help. And also the ring is really good. He will be taking a bit of chip damage here and there. The ring is going to help him to recover health. Quite a bit of damage here onto the shop. It should still finish though.
A player's forces are under
It's going to cost more repair. Oh, big Nova into the peasants. Going to be at the very least 1 dying. Oh, Happy? Retreating with his full army, not even kiting, not even hit and running. This is pretty rare to see. Happy is teching now. So 36 supply tech for Happy. And tech does begin finally for Romantic as well. Footy run by is coming in again. Happy sees the footmen aren't here. This makes this very suspicious for him. And Spirit Tower is coming up. But it's not ready yet, actually. More peasants are dying. Like, I think a total of 8 peasants have died so far. That's a lot.
Town is under siege.
1 Ziggurat is going to be cancelled. Does Happy intentionally go for this full wall off? Oh, and the next Ziggurat. Oh my god, that's both Ziggurats cancelled. That is such a big deal. Happy can't produce. The footy run by once again. Statue is there though, helps the ghouls a lot with the regen. And just water elementals. Water elementals are supposed to hold on. Oh. 1 fiend returning to the main, but the main's a dangerous place.
A player's forces are under attack.
Once again, multitasking from both. So many water elementals. Romantic going all in on the counterattack again. Oh, and a fiend almost died right there. Oh, AM taking a lot of damage right there. And Nova could have cost him the TP. Attack is close to done. Tier 3 now done for Happy. He has 1 more tower to work with. More slow. Ooh, the fiend is gonna die. Oh, the footy gets the last hit. And 1 more fiend's gonna die up here. Happy loses 2 of his fiends. Romantic didn't have the lumber to go to tier 3 immediately, but now he does. And more towers. Blacksmith coming. Destroyer form coming in for Happy as well. Still pressuring the expansion here, but not with much, honestly. We have the first masonry upgrade and more coming.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Happy at the tavern again. Is it time for the pit lord again? Yes. But no workshops yet. No gyros, especially yet. And no tier 3 tech yet. Again, this is all these peasant losses from earlier. Slowing down the human. Oh, slaughterhouse being lost would be a big one. And the DK is returning to defend. Yeah, I think that's the right call. DK plus destroyer defense is a lot stronger than just destroyer defense.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pit Lord not using his Rain of Fire yet. But will be soon. Yeah. And I think this was the big mistake by Happy in the first game. Not bringing the DK home earlier. Gets the level 3 here with the footies, which are of course easy to kill at that stage in the game. Happy has lost 2 of his fiends already. And might lose another one. Oh, DK comes in with a saving coil just in time. Tier 3 begins. But it's a long time before the first tanks say hello. Starting off with gyros first. How many footies does Romantic have left? Not many, right? 2 or 3 maybe. He can't really go for run-bys like that. And Happy now putting all of his pressure onto the expansion. One thing missing here for Happy is the second statue for the mana regen. They're just looking to kill repairing peasants. It's a lot of damage. We do have 2 masonry upgrades. But the third one is far, far, far away. And more peasants dying. A lot of peasants died this game. Alright. Romantic trying with the next counterattack. Happy has to kind of expect this one. He hasn't seen the human army in a very long time. This is getting suspicious. Happy's very low mana now, though. Miscontrolling his statues a little bit. Forcing a lot of repair as well. This is pretty expensive to keep alive. One more Rain of Fire, but only one more. So here we go again. This slaughterhouse is definitely going to be lost. There's no saving this one. Attack upgrade coming in as well. And that's the big Rain of Fire. That's the last Rain of Fire as well. Oh my god, so many of the peasants. Oh my god, they're all so hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4 peasants dying. 5. Still peasants hurt in the back. Footies here as well. And TP out by Happy. He's gonna let this expansion stand. And it's going to be repaired up here pretty soon. That buys more time for Romantic. His tier 3 is almost done. And mass repair. Mass repair on the town hall. This could also be buying time for his masonry upgrade. Happy is going into upkeep himself. More ghouls. Hasn't remade the slaughterhouse just yet. And mana on his heroes is still very low. And the town hall is full HP. This is so important. A meat wagon, just a single one, would have been a magnificent addition. But perhaps Happy didn't have the time. Ankh gonna be sold right away. This game is not gonna be about fighting. It's gonna be about base defense. Base defense from both. No tanks yet. I am quite surprised. Slaughterhouse being remade. So here we go again. Once more. On to the expansion. Still no tanks. Masonry 3 on the way. And Romantic again. Into the main.
Players' forces are under attack.
Happy does have a TP. When it becomes daytime, it gets a little bit easier for Happy to kill the peasants with higher vision range. Slaughterhouse killed, not cancelled, I believe. And here we go. Flying machine, bombs coming in. Happy, he is gnawing his teeth bare at the expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Ziggurats are about to fall. Paladin here now to use a couple of holy lights as well. Some peasants are dying. Okay, a lot of peasants are dying. Lich hits level 3, but of course no mana. Happy holding on to the TP for a while, but does use the TP now finally. Immediate counter TP, of course. This is like back in the old days. This is what this matchup used to look like. Are these fully stuck? No, that would be weird. Just more gyros. No tanks. Oh, gyros, perhaps intercepted? No, quick reaction by Romantic, pulling them back. Oh, but now Romantic is stuck at his expansion. He wanted to be on the way for the next counterattack already, but now he might be forced to finally take a fight. Only gyros, though. Good against the destroyers, but not good against anything else. DK has full mana. There's not even an Orb of Fire. Oh, the MK in trouble. Has the heal pot. Heal pot is forced. Happy doesn't have any new towers. These gyros could do a lot of damage in the main. I'm really surprised he doesn't have more towers. He has to get more towers. Oh, Rain of Fire Nova. That's a lot of kills. That's 5 or 6 peasant kills right away. And Happy doesn't have a TP anymore. Happy has to run back. And that's going to take a long time. These gyros are putting in a lot of damage. But Happy, why didn't he get towers? Why did he not get towers?
A player's forces are under attack.
AM gets level 4. That's a very nice level up for him. He's getting healed up with the Holy Light. One Ziggurat is going to fall. Happy at 51 out of 50 supply. And only 3 Acolytes left. Okay, he's going to have 4. We're approaching the point where the mains run out, right? Still gonna be a little while. Happy changes course. Starts creeping. Perhaps that's just for the level 4. And the TP. Item, Lion Horn. I think you should sell that. It's not like he's actually gonna take a real fight this game. Lich and DK going back now. Romantic finds some creeping perhaps. Uh oh, but the creep jag is coming in. Kolnova's ready. There's staff on Romantic, so he should be able to save the big units. Claws for the Lich. Even more damage on him. Gyros waiting for the next move into the main. One more Spirit Tower is coming.
Players' forces are under attack.
A full game without tanks by Romantic. Oh, but he got the Shredder. He got the Shredder finally. So now Lumber is going to be no problem anymore. Oh, AM is taking a lot of damage. This is only level 1 Holy Light. It doesn't heal that much. Forced into the invul very quickly. One gyro. Dies. The other one survive. Paladin's gonna fall, but he's only level 1. Happy's out of money. But he's resuming to mine. The main is expiring soon. There we go. I was wondering where our friends were. Tanks are on the way. Pit Lord's level 3. That's a big level up. Level 2 Rain of Fire. Oh, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage on this expansion. Stormbolt a little bit too late. This Rain of Fire was running out anyways. Oh boy. More peasants falling. These two tanks, are they perhaps a little bit too late? This is so much damage on this expansion. Happy may finally be breaking this base. Yeah, he is. The level 2 Rain of Fire makes the difference. Whew. Oh boy. Thank you very much, Josua, for the 10 euro donation. Man, it took forever, but Happy kills the expansion finally. First 2 tanks are out. Romantic can't go for more, he's supply stuck. 2 tanks only, do they have upgrades? 1-1. Ghouls could be able to deal with that. Level 4 Lich, DK close to 5. MK and Paladin both level 1. There's no way Romantic can win a fight. Not for a very long time. Romantic probably has no choice but to try to win with building elimination.
A player's forces are under attack.
Zeppelin tank drop. That's his answer. Oh, and that's smart. That's really smart. If he drops him back here, there's no narrow tower. Very... kind of a dirty play, but smart play. Happy too greedy to go for a Nerob. And in we go. Happy doesn't have a TP. This is... I don't know how this Haunted is going to survive. Slow tower hits one of the tanks, but only one. And Happy will be losing this one. Can he get the web? Yes. Gets the web on the Zeppelin. This means both tanks fall. If Happy sells items, he can go for a new Haunted. This was expensive for Romantic. Happy sells the items. And has money again. Expansion's being set up again. What do we have over here? 10 gold left. Boom. There we go. 1 tank in production. 0 tanks on the map, I believe. New Haunted coming up for Happy. Okay, there's 1 more tank over here. 2 tanks on the map. 1 meat wagon defensively in the main. Might be stuck in the back, actually. But finally some creeping for Romantic. Finally. Oh, Pit Lord. With the Rain of Fire against the Expo. Really smart. And cancels the expansion. Okay, sets it up again. Pit Lord out of mana now.
Player's forces are under attack.
Has Happy weathered the storm? Romantic, he tried so many times to kill this damn base. But he can't do it right now. He doesn't have enough tanks. Fiends are ready to defend. Wagon, Destroyer, Ghoul. This is what you can do when you have complete map control. Your army is so strong, you will smash any kind of fight so hard that you can leave plenty of units in the base to defend. And obviously Happy has the way stronger army. Way stronger heroes, more supply, better units. Romantic has 2 good units for fighting. 2 knights. They're not even upgraded. They're not even that good. Expansion is up though. Pit Lord fighting against the Mountain King. This level 2 Rain of Fire seemingly changed everything. Despite 3 levels of masonry, it wasn't quite enough. And as Grubby suggests in chat, perhaps we need a 4th level of masonry. Sounds like a great idea. Even Pit Lord's level 4 now. 4 heroes for Happy. His main army is without DK and Lich at the moment, though. But they are returning. And the damage just minimal by Romantic. He's got... This is not enough. No way this is enough. Tanks are coming in again, but we have ghouls. We have double Meat Wagon. Romantic is going to lose his expansion again. GG! And the 1-1 in our last match. We're going to go to a 3rd map. That was a cool game. I'm sure Happy did not enjoy playing that, but that was a fun match to observe. So many things going on across the map. Multitasking everywhere. And big decisions. Where to attack, where to defend, with how much army, what units are supposed to do what. And Happy gets the win. That was Happy's map choice, though. Second game, Romantic plays the same style. With the constant run-bys and building elimination strat. Very, very late on the tanks this time around. And I think that was because of the peasant numbers. So many peasants died. He never really had the lumber to support tanks until very late. Until he finally had the shredder. So we're going to have one more map. LR will be our last one. This is the map where Romantic got the win versus Happy in Emperor Sky Cup. What was it called again? Sky Penguin Cup? Something like that. With a Mountain King first, so a completely different playstyle. I wonder if we're gonna see that here. If we haven't forgotten about that game, I imagine Happy also has not forgotten about that game. So, let's load in. Let's jump in into our last map of the day. Bottom left, Romantic in the blue, Happy top right. We have seen 0 deviation from Happy in this matchup for such a long time. Well, I shouldn't exactly say 0. The Pit Lord is a new addition from Happy that he's been playing the last couple of weeks, I believe. That's new, but the overarching strategy is still the same. Harass early, don't let him creep, put pressure on at all times, and break the expansion. Break, 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 all in, break. Break or bust. Which surprises me so much, because we have seen many undeads recently playing counter expansion, successfully playing counter expansion, but Happy refuses. Okay, it's MK again. MK again by Romantic. Just like it was the last time they met on LR. Again, that was a win for Romantic. MK obviously a very different hero to the AM. AM is great to play for these run-by base attack styles. Because you have the water elementals, you have ranged attack, you can kill off acolytes pretty well. But with an MK, that only works so long as you have mana. For a second I thought the Rock Golem was going to stay here. Romantic going for the Merc creep first. Wow. If Happy steals the Shadow Priest, this is a complete disaster for Romantic. But Romantic gets the Shadow Priest. That's the most important thing. Last hit going to Romantic as well. Gets the flute. That's not going to have too much value for a while. One peasant died. He only pulled 5 peasants to this camp, so he couldn't even finish the whole camp. So he just... Or did he lose 2 peasants? MK is still level 2. He was hoping for that Sobi mask, I guess. But the flute... Meh. Happy's gonna try to pull out the creeps here, it looks like. When the militia train comes over for the expo, it looks like Happy wants to let a couple of ensnares fly. And the trapper is far forward already. This should be easy to do. There's one. There's a second camp. The Murloc camp right over there. They can also be used for these nefarious purposes. DK has full mana, but 0 experience. Militia come in. Okay. Romantic wants to creep this camp and wants to get the Berserker. Playing around the last hit really well is Romantic. Oh, but Happy gets the big boy in the back. That's the most valuable, the High Priest. This expansion is going to be pretty late. Thank you very much, Mr. Buttermilk, for the sub. He is gonna expand, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. Peasants coming. MK full mana. So this should be a very easy expansion. Oh, DK. He has one more set of skeletons. But there's double Shadow Priests. There's very little Happy can do right here. Coming in with a Fiend is kind of risky. MK with Stormbolt could easily look for a surround. So Happy couldn't find many kills at all. But he did delay the expansion by a long time. Tier 2 for Happy is basically done.
A player's forces are under attack.
And only now the Town Hall is coming up. Happy snipes the Ogre Magi, gets the wand, that's nice, in the fight MK versus DK. No, Skeleton's finding more kills in the main. At least one peasant. Oh, the second one. Oop. Scoop-a-doop. That was very close. Wow, this is gonna be an immensely late tech by Romantic. Can he even go tier 3, or is that gonna take too long? Does he have to play tier 2 now? Oh, Happy. He's such a strong player. Arguably the strongest player. But his base build always leaves something to be desired. This slaughterhouse should be back here. Might be getting punished. Because MK's coming in with the footies and with the mercs.
A player's forces are under attack.
Early tech by Happy. This is an invitation for a run by. And here comes the Mountain King. First Stormbolt. Nova first, not Frost Armor. Happy has Burrow. Has it now. Baiting the Burrow right there with the MK, that was kind of nice. And Happy a little too late with the Burrow on that Fiend. It's 2 Fiend kills. Big for Romantic. Wand of Mana Steel. Coming in the second time, so MK no mana anymore right now. And I'm not sure that the Nova was the best call right there. If he goes for Frost Armor, pops it on the Fiends right away, maybe he can save them. Probably he can save them. Romantic is still far away from attack. Creeping this cap is going to take quite a while for Happy with only 2 Fiends. Nice Illusion Scout. Romantic knows exactly what's going on. Yeah, and there we go. Inner Fire, High Priest healing. It's a slow camp, but it's a safe camp. Right outside the main. Not even investing the coil. That looks to me like Happy's tryharding. Normally, Happy will spam his nukes to quicken up the creeping a little bit, but here he's saving them all. Opening up the lab also means that Happy can go for a Zeppelin if he wants to have a way to play against Stormbolt surrounds. Gets a level 3 on the DK. We'll be selling the Ankh. And that's tier 3. Tier 3 finishes for Happy by the time that Romantic just started his tier 2. Even for Romantic standards, this tech is ridiculously late. But MK is level 4. That is certainly a good level. This is where the MK starts to be very strong. And creeping up more. Hasn't found any mana items yet. A little bit unlucky for Romantic. So he's gonna have to rely on the Blood Mage later for mana. But that's still gonna be a little while. About 2 minutes. Dark Ranger third this time. Against the MK, no Pit Lord, but Dark Ranger instead. Oh, Fiends moving in, getting 1 tower cancel. The second tower cancel would be really big, but nice TP. Protecting the towers. Threatening the Fiends. Happy getting rid of the farm wall. And, oh, these towers, man. They're looking pretty exposed if you ask me. MK has mana. MK has to be the carry here. Coil, again, a little bit late. Also, no silence. Ah, because he has Black Arrow. Okay. I went for that a little bit later. Very nice, of course, against peasants, which are exposed like this. Looks like Romantic is waiting to catch off reinforcements. When tier 2 is done for the Blood Mage and for mana potions, this becomes more manageable for Romantic. But at the moment, this is super scary. That's a lot of repair. Oh my god. This tower will not fall. But also Romantic is not mining at the moment. Now he returns to mining. If the blacksmith falls, that means no more rifles. But we have a lot of rifles queued already. Nice little touch there by Romantic. Spamming those rifles. Big clap. And the militia coming from the main. More mercs being hired as well, but the MK, now he's out of mana. And he doesn't have a mana pot or a Blood Mage just yet. So this is really tough to deal with right now for Romantic. MK, oh, if he gets surrounded! That would have been his end. He would have returned with Yang, but he would have remained in a surround. That was almost the game right there. Blood Mage, when's he ready? He's finally coming now. Finally, mana potions for this MK. But again, so many peasant kills at the expansion, just like the previous game. Not with a Pit Lord this time, but with a Dark Ranger. And with that, the peasant kills turn into skeletons. The repair on the Arcane is not good enough. Arcane Tower falls. MK looking for the big clap again. But again, clap against Fiends, it's decent, but it's not the game winner. You need more follow-up damage. Or you need level 5 MK perhaps, but he's not level 5. Romantic positioning himself in the back at the expansion. He needs to protect his economy, his income. And finally the Blood Mage arrives. He was desperately missed so far because of the late tech. And this is the most vulnerable target by far. And one of the most valuable kills. The most valuable after the MK. But now mana pots as well for the Mountain King. Mana pots, heal pots. He's making good use of this shop. DK with full mana, by the way, himself. One more Fiend will be lost. Slightly late on the Burrow right there, was happy. MK forced into the Ankh rather early. But Happy doesn't have too many coils left. Only one right now. Mountain King though. Mountain King though. Coil flying. And he dies. Doesn't get the next potion. First hero falls. MK a little bit too bold. And now, without the first hero, how to hold on. Complete disaster for Romantic. Starting off with a 1-0 into this series. But now seems to be just seconds away from losing this match. Without the basket MK. He's not just all eggs in the basket, he is the basket. How's he supposed to hold on? Fiend's finding more kills. Dark Ranger recruiting more skeleton minions. Happy is not committing fully in yet though. The statue is also out of mana, so the healing, the sustain is reduced. But more statues must be coming. Yeah, certainly. Blood Mage. Doing a decent job with the Siphon. DK level 4 is going for the Aura 2. No Death Pact. Mountain King. Halfway ready. Level 4 revive. That is the longest in the game. Doesn't matter if you're level 4, level 5, level 6, whatever. They all take forever. And yeah, they do take the same amount of time. Romantic is doing a marvelous job here holding on. He's at 50 supply. Happy 59 now. Some A-bombs added in for Disease Cloud could be a massive deal. Or is it just more Fiends? 2-0 on the Fiends, by the way. It's a lot of damage against this Town Hall. We only have one Masonry upgrade so far. It's not as tanky as it could be, perhaps. Blood Mage, if he goes forward for the Siphon, he's taking a lot of damage. Almost dying right there. Forced into a heal potion again. MK, when are you back? When are you finally back? Here he is. Only 100 mana, though. Romantic, can he force a TP maybe? Not really, this DK is too tanky. Going in with the clap, but the clap. The statues, good against it. The Burrow, good against it. The Fiends still have the damage output. Against Orc and Night Elf, we always see how powerful the clap can be. But against Undead, it's a slightly different story. And Happy's pushing forward. His game plan does not change today. It is break the expansion at all costs. But this game, I believe, is looking the best out of all the games at this point in the game so far. That was a lot of games. 70 supply now for Happy. He hasn't been taking many losses this game. Romantic is the one with his inferior tech who needs to be having the superior numbers. But he doesn't. If this expansion falls, all is over. Call to arms from the main. Every peasant is being enlisted right now and will have to grab up weaponry. We do have even an Abomination in here now. So Disease Cloud probably going to be following soon. That was a nice clap, but again, the problem remains we have no follow-up damage. TP, reposition. Over here. Militia in the front, but oh, they're dying very fast. They're dying very, very fast with these 2-0 Fiends. And a lot of skeletons are coming out. Some Fiends are dying, but not too many. Burrow, unburrow. It's a game of whack-a-mole now for Happy. MK hits his level 5. Level 2 for the Blood Mage as well, but he's so hurt. He has to go back to the shop. The shop isn't ready yet. A-bombs in the mix. No Disease Cloud yet, but still very tanky. Won't feel that clap too much. And also good damage against the Town Hall. So many Fiends. 70 supply still for Happy. An overwhelming amount, it seems, for Romantic. The expansion finally falls. And that has always been the death sentence so far, and it might be again. The Blood Mage dies as well, and now the MK left by himself. He has the level 3 clap finally. But it's not good enough. He will say goodbye with one more nice clap, but it's too much sustained by Happy. GG. And being challenged? Yes. But being victorious also. Happy wins the last game of the day and moves on into the round of 4.